Welcome back, everybody! And also Happy New Year! It's 2025. I'm not ready, I have to say. But to start the year off right, we will talk about what we will leave in 2024. So we got my yearly reading wrap up. And let me tell you something, it was not a good reading year. Not whatsoever, but it is what it is. And maybe 25 will be better, but we'll see. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun and not kind of feel like you have to read at all times. And so we will just work with the little that I have read this year. But let me pull up my story graph, because of course a girl came prepared. What else? So in total this year I read 10 books. That is it, 10 books. Not even a book a month. And I don't even know why, because in some months it felt like it was more, but apparently it wasn't. And I don't know, just never got really around to it. And I feel like I talked about this previously as well. I feel like the whole year was just one big reading slump. I just could not get into it. And I know a lot of my friends or you know, people that also do bookish videos and stuff did not read as much as they usually do. So maybe that was just the 2024 energy to not read as much. But it is what it is, and I still want to share. So let's start. Honestly, we just go first to most recent. So the first book I finished was Practical Magic, which I don't have, but I'll put it here, which I read for my best friend in a book swap, which is also the reason I don't have it, because it's hers now, obviously, so she has the copy. But yeah, I did not give this a star rating because I was more concerned about honestly finishing it and annotating it and all that kind of stuff, because we annotated books for one another. But that is in a video as well somewhere. If I find it, I'll link it there. I think there. I don't know if for you that is there. Maybe there. I'll link it somewhere if I find it, if I don't forget. But yeah, it's a book swap thing, you should find it. So that was the first. Like I said, I don't have the physical copy here. Then we read, I think that was poetry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I read The Princess Saves Herself in this one, which is incredibly big for a poetry book. I feel like most of them are kind of shorter and a bit more narrow, but it is what it is. I did not give this a star rating, which I usually... Honestly, I'm very bad with this, but maybe that's also a goal for 2025 to be more specific with my book ratings. But yeah, it was a good pick-me-up. I know I read this to kind of get back into reading, kind of as a quick fix. And it worked. I tabbed a couple pages, not too many. And as you know, this whole you know, I call this kind of Instagram story poetry. For me, most of the time is more of a motivational quote slash pick me up read, because it's quick. It's 200 pages and there's not a lot of words in there, so you know, kind of just to be check, I read one. So that's book number 2 that I read. Then another book where I don't have a physical copy, but I'll put it here again, is Happy Place by Emily Henry, which is at my best friend's place still, because we buddy read that while I was there. And it was, I remember it was good. I think I tabbed a little bit, if I'm not wrong. But it's been months since then, and it's just been sitting at her place. And I kind of forgot I had it for a moment, to be honest. But it was good. I like Emily Henry's books anyway. I still have to read Funny Story, which has been on my shelf somewhere back there for a while. And the cover is so pretty with the lemons and everything. But yeah, that is something. Then we move on to a book that I actually have here, which is Heartstopper Volume 5. I read the other ones the year before, and I liked it. The thing is, honestly, those are quick reads as well, because obviously it's a, what is that called? I was about to say a physical novel, which is stupid, that's not the word. Graphic novel, that is the word, there we go. But honestly, I feel like the first 2 or 3 parts I like more. maybe just because I'm forgetful, and so honestly this part was like so much later than the other ones that I read this, that I kind of like forgot half of the story before, so maybe for me it wasn't like as connected as it should be. But that's on me. But yeah, it was nice, a good read. Then we move on to my book swap book that I got from my best friend, which is The Joy of Small Things, which honestly I didn't even know what that was about. Like, it was on my list, yes, but only because there's like a little wiener dog on there. So that was the reason. So yeah, but she annotated it a lot. Actually, I don't know if you can see this, like, but like a lot, and it was very sweet. It's like a lot of like short chapters, so it was like nice to like read on the go, you know, on the bus, like read a chapter or two every single time, and very nice to get through. Would definitely recommend. I mean, having like funny little quotes and remarks from your best friend makes it even better, obviously. But yeah, I did really enjoy this, and honestly I love like the book swap books we have, because like the comments make it so much better. Like, even if the book is really good, it makes it like top tier, like even better. So that is that. Then the next book I also don't have, because it's at my best friend's place, is Open Water, which I think honestly is my like #1 read from this year. I mean, I haven't like read a lot, but that was chef's kiss, 5-star, would do again. That's all I have to say. Since I read this, I have been recommending this to every single person that I talk to about books in like any way, shape or form. I was like, Open Water, you should read this, you know. And just kind of recently-ish, it was announced they make, I think, a movie out of it. Do we love that? Yes, we do. Because like, honestly, also I heard the author is involved in like the script writing and everything, so I think that should be a success, because I feel like there are so many like series and movies where it's like so different from the book, but like not even like better than the book, but like horrible, like insanely horrible. And so I'm like very excited to see how that goes and how the author being involved plays out. Hopefully good. Like, I'm very hopeful for this, and I forced one of my friends, shout out to him, he will not see this video anyway, but you know, forced him to have a watch party when it comes out, and I think he thought it would come out like very soon, even though it was just announced, because he was like, yeah sure, like just let me know when it's out. And I was like, they just announced, like they just started, like next year sometime, maybe, if even. But yeah, 5 stars, chef's kiss. Honestly, maybe 6 stars, you know, like get out of my way and give it 6 stars, because like why not. And I still have, it's not within reach, but it's over there, the second novel by the same author, which is like a very high up on my list, will be read in 2025. I can promise you that. Like, this has been on the list ever since, but like I want to take my sweet time with it, and so I never got around to it, because I felt like I never had the time, like enough time to like read it and enjoy it and soak it all in, and you know, like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it's honestly, it was here for a while to like be within reach, but I always went like against it and chose something else. But yeah, moving on, we have 4 books left, good ones and also horrible ones. Yeah, let's move on to a good one, which is Love is a Mixtape, which I also have been recommending. It's a short read. It is so sweet. It's like a memoir kind of about his like late wife, and especially if you like music, this is the one. Like, it's cutesy and kind of romancy, and of course kind of sad, because it's about like how like their story and like when she passed and everything. But for it to be like a memoir and about her passing and everything, it is in a way so sweet and lighthearted. Would also read again, honestly. Like, so sweet and good, and every chapter has like a playlist basically, and like a mixtape for every single chapter, and I just love this. Like, like I got into this thinking this will be so sad and I will probably cry, like all that kind of stuff, and of course there was like sad moments in this, but also I was just like, this is so sweet, like I love this, like the way he talks about her, top tier, top tier. That got like a 4, let's see, let's up it to 4.25 stars because that was good. Then Horrific. This, I hated this. I don't know if I talked about this. I gave this 2 stars because I felt too bad to give it only 1 or like no stars. The Fake Dating Game, I got this because I was like, that sounds so cute, like a TV show, and you know, I wanted to rip my eyes out because like the whole plot basically, apart from like the one guy, I forgot his name, I don't even care, like this one guy wanting to be on this game show, is he meets this other guy and they kind of have like an instant connection where I'm like, huh? And then all they do is have sex, and like there's like no point to like the story, kind of like every time you think, wow, now is like a good moment to like do something to like bring the story somewhere else, they have sex. And the ways, like the cucumber scene, I think that was the cucumber scene, and like how some of it is described, no. The idea was good. The description of the sex scenes was horrific a lot of the time. Ew. Would not read again. Also would not recommend. Like, I've been trying to get my friends to read this just so they have to live through like the same horror that I lived through. No. That was that. Now we have the final 2, and the next one, oh, I'm so happy about that, is Claire Douglas. And if you know me, you know I do love me a Claire Douglas book. I really do. This is The Wrong Sister, which is I think the 3rd book by her that I've read. I think so. But yeah, it was very nice. The thing is, this was my first Claire Douglas book where I like kind of instantly knew who it was, because most of the time in her books, like I am suspicious of everyone at least once. Like I have like a rough idea, but I was wrong a lot of the time as well. But this one I just knew, and I think it's like the combination of like the title and everything else, but like I just like knew what was going, like from maybe like a first quarter, if not earlier, I just knew. And I was just like waiting for the reveal to happen because I was like, I know this is right, like I know that I know what's going on here, so just tell me at this point. But yeah, it was very good. I still have a couple of her books here. Bought some in England. You might have seen that in my Manchester vlog, I think. Yeah, but very nice, would recommend, and like generally I just like her books, so that's good. And then the last and final one, which took me, it feels like forever to read, like it feels like it took me the whole year to read this, which is not true, which is Love from Scratch. And the cover is so cute and the story was cute, and he's such a green flag cutesy kind of guy, and it's about like social media and cooking, or like baking and you know that kind of stuff. So right up my alley when I got this, and I was right, and it was so sweet, and it was good. I would read it, like recommend it at least. I'm not the kind of person that reads books multiple times really, so I feel like reading it again is not like a good skill in my books at least. Very sweet cover, very sweet story. In the beginning I was kind of like, can we like go somewhere? Like I feel like in the beginning, for me at least, it was like a bit slow, and I was like, come on guys, give me something. But then when we, you know, got on track and got up to speed, it was good. So that was a very good, successful read. Honestly, I have to look into the author if she has more books, because I bought this ages ago and I think just off the cover like I always do. But that was good, and maybe she has other very sweet books, so love that. So yeah, that was the final book of 2024. How sad is this? You know, back in the day, I feel like my monthly TBR was 10 books. Did I go through 10 in a month? No, but like 3, 4. and not 10 in a year. But it is what it is. You know, we tried. We succeeded for at least 10 books, even if that was not the goal. I think my goal was like 45, which honestly was insane, and I know that, I'm aware. But like, I kind of, the year before, I think I read like 32, 35. Yeah, I think so. And so I kind of like wanted to up it like a little bit. Yeah, well, I have overdone it, and I feel like I pressured myself too much, at least like the first half of the year, pressured myself too much into like, oh, I need to like go past the goal and like all that kind of stuff, to an extent where it stressed me so much that I just like didn't read. But yeah, that was that. Honestly, apart from the fake dating game thing, all the books I did like. This, I don't know, like, it wasn't even horrible. Every time they like had a sweet conversation, and you know, like, it was actually very good, but like there were not enough moments of this. And like I said, disturbing in like the cucumber scene, good night. No. Like, I read this and I was shook, and then I told my best friend, that was months ago by the way, I told my best friend, I was like, girl, I need to like talk about this now. And I told her about, I didn't even read her the thing, I just like summarized how it went. And she was like, why did you do this to me? Why would you tell me this? Like, why? This is your book. I would have never read this. Why are you doing this to me? But she had to suffer with me, so sorry for that again. But yeah, no. But yeah, that was that. Thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year again. And let's hope 2025 will be a bit more successful in terms of books. At least for me. You know, I would like to read more. And also, after my TBR video, like my whole physical TBR, I should not buy books for a long time, and I should read a lot more than I have the past couple years. So let's see how far we get. Yeah, but honestly, share your like reading goal from last year, or like this year even, like 2025. And if you like think you can reach it, or if 2024 you did reach or surpassed, God knows. Like, I had a couple years, like 2 years, like not 24, but like the 2 years before, where I like surpassed my goal, which I think kind of like got to my head, which made the 45 books goal, you know. So yeah, but that is that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.